Hello and welcome to Thursday. Welcome to a really, really weird day. Yesterday, on yesterday's vlog, we ended the vlog and then I figured we'd probably be in bed like pretty soon. But we weren't. We were working on fan favorites and we ended up staying up a long, long time. Now, the good news is we get a lot done, but we stayed up a long time. The timeline that I came up with whenever I had put everything in there and been... I went through all 2,000 submitted moments, decided which ones I was going to put them in. The timeline was like 2 hours and 15 minutes, something like that. And then I wanted to go through it with Mao and have her opinion, and then also get a chance to actually see it. And we went through. It took 5 hours to go through, but we cut out an entire hour. We went from 2 hours and 15 minutes to 1 hour and 15 minutes, and that's crazy. That we cut out nearly half. And I'm always a little worried about saying stuff like that because people get scared that I removed something that was really cool. In this particular case, we did remove some clips, but a lot of what we did was trimming. There was a lot of moments that were just too long and unnecessarily so. There would be a joke and a punchline and then there would be more. And it was one of those situations where it was like, well, we don't need this. The punchline's here. We don't need this, so we'll pull it out. And there was actually a few moments that had context that was relevant to the vlog that it was in, and it wasn't needed for this particular thing. There was extra information about that day or whatever. So that could be plucked out. And after a lot of that trimming, I mean, it got down to, an hour and 15 minutes. So that was good. But we had stayed up pretty much all night yesterday, and it was morning time for today, and Mao's jaw started hurting her, particularly the teeth, touching. It was like when you closed your jaw and your teeth touched each other.
Yeah,
that was
if I closed my mouth a certain way or said certain words, like the one that had the root canal and then the one at the bottom, they would click when I talked, and it really hurt. Oh my god. It was awful. So we went and got the prescription filled I got from the endodontist.
You didn't mention the fact that you called...
I was getting there, but you corrected me.
Oh, okay.
And the endo is way down the beach, and I didn't want to call and go all the way down there. So I just called my regular dentist, and I was like, hey, I think the filling is high and I'm hitting it. And
for clarification, you called the dentist this morning, today, at 8 in the morning.
Right when they opened.
And
they were
we stayed up long enough to be up at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
For that explanation.
So we went and got my prescription filled, and they were like, oh, you can come straight in. I was like, cool. So we drove up to the dentist, and he's like, your filling's actually not hitting. He said, but because we have to reshape that tooth for a crown, he's like, we can just take some of that off.
So he filed it down, and then you were better.
And now my teeth don't touch at all, and there's no pain. But I took one of the prescription pills I got, and it's made me super nauseous. I've been nauseous since, we went to bed.
Yeah.
Which was 10 a.m.
Yeah. So, you might be wondering, why wasn't any of that on the vlog? Well, it was kind of weird because, I had ended the vlog, did not believe I was going to be up as long as we were. And then Mao suddenly was like, hey, we gotta go to the dentist. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I called them and they're gonna fit me in right now. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna start the vlog after we wake up. And we hadn't went to bed.
Yeah.
But then we went to bed this morning at 10 a.m.
And then I woke up at 1 or 2. Because I was sick from the prescription pill.
Yeah.
And then I basically just sat around and you slept.
Pretty much. And now it's later. Yeah. So yesterday was weird. I mean, not yesterday. This morning? Today? I don't know. Things are a little messed up. I don't know what to say. The sleep schedule for a while has been kind of wonky. It's not a huge problem. It's something we're going to fix eventually, but we've been so busy. And we do sleep. I like to try and stress that. We do get sleep. We get adequate sleep. Sometimes our schedules are weird and we wake up at strange times and go to bed at strange times, so we do rest. Right now, the big focus is fan favorites, and that's pretty much done at this point. I gotta run through it one more time, but then it's set and it's probably going to be out on Saturday, so I'm excited to get that finished and get on with other stuff. But that's kind of a little rundown of what today was like. I mean, we went to bed this morning at 10 a.m. and then woke up I don't know, not long ago. So, yeah, it's been a journey. I really want this to be done. I really want fan favorites to be done. I want to get back on doing stuff that's normal stuff, and hopefully things will be good.
Your mom brought me flowers.
Oh, that's worth mentioning. In fact, you can probably see them behind me. You can see the flowers. Yeah, the other thing I want to say is my mother's a sweetheart because
she texted me after she was done with work, and you were still asleep.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, this prescription pill is making me so sick. And she's like, do you need anything? And I was like, yeah, actually. I asked for saltines and plain yogurt and soup. And then she showed up with those things and a couple more things and flowers.
She also brought Mouth flowers. So that was nice. And then I actually woke up a little later and I was like, oh wow. So yeah, she is, I think people get the impression from just watching the vlog that I have a good mother. But like I have a really, really good mother. In fact, I'll just make this, we've been talking about how messed up our sleep schedules are, but the official subject for this vlog is good mothers. So if you have a good mother, share it. Share a good story or something. That would be nice to read. As for us, the goal was to not stay up all night again. But you know, it's one of those things like if you don't wake up until the evening and you've had, you know, a fairly good night's rest. Mal didn't get a ton of sleep though,
no,
because she's been in pain, so maybe she'll be in bed. But I slept, so I don't really know. Sleep schedules are gonna be woo for a while, but that's okay. Getting stuff done, and these are really just big projects that are looming over us, and when they're gone, things can return to normal. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?